Hello guys, it's Charge Ryuki here and welcome back to Fatal Frame 5 Maiden of Blackwater, the third drop. I'm not gonna claim anything just yet. Post-mortem photography, Ren Hojo. Ren Hojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young girl during a ritual. He receives an album of post-mortem photographs located on his request by Hisoka. Upon viewing one of the photographs, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn in person this time, bringing along his assistant, Ryui Kagamiya. Sorry, Rui Kagamiya. Kagamiya.
Will you die with me?
Booga booga.
She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. There may be more of this stuff out there.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
At this hour?
It won't take long.
Are you sure about that?
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura? You haven't used it yet. This could be your chance. People say
True.
there's something off about that place.
Okay.
The Maiden Slayer. Mount Hikami has long been steeped in legends revolving around suicide and ghosts. Revered as a sacred place since the time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. Several days later, he returned with a torch and blade and proceeded to brutally butcher all the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the slaughtered corpses of the maidens all the way down to the pool of purification. It is said that the eyes of each of the shrine maidens had been gouged out just before killing the first maiden and tossing her into the river. The men's eyes met with those of his victim. Something in their eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of the shrine maidens, still drenched in those bloodied waters, have appeared on the mountain ever since. It is said that those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into the water and drown themselves. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on an actual incident. Local records show that the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago, and that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. Dude, you know it's always bad luck to read a woman's journal, diary. Mr. Hojo can't clean up after himself. For someone who's lived alone for so long, he's incapable of housework. He can't cook, and he's bad at tidying up. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time, and whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Miss Kurosawa for help. One time when I was trying to sort all his books, there was one I couldn't find anywhere. It's like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with her shadow reading. She went into his room on her own, and then came back out a little while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What is this shadow reading business anyway? That reminds me of that one time. I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Miss Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box. I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later on, but when I went to take a proper look, it had vanished. It must have gone invisible again. Yodi's report. I am not gonna read this one. It's just a report. It's a very simple report. Unfinished manuscript. Memorial portraiture. The act of photographing dead bodies was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century, a time when photography was still rare and expensive luxury. The bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones were photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomenon, I discovered that a similar custom made its way to Japan as well. Known as post-mortem photographs, a small number of these photos still remain. I have been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain a certain beauty lacking in its Western counterparts. When photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by the prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it surely gave post-mortem photography a special significance in Japan. If photos were taken with this belief in mind, as post-mortem photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes or for mourning purposes, rather the practice may have carried a certain deeper spiritual significance. Hisoka's letter. Turen Hojo. The camera you left me to look at is a device known as the camera obscura. Its purpose is to capture images of supernatural things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare with an almost mythical status in the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've ever seen with compound lenses. I don't mean to frighten you, but rumor holds that to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone who has owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. The cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, the stories of previous owners meeting with such misfortune has had an impact on their value as antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family after its previous owner passed away. They graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please do exercise caution in doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kurosawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems it originally had a box shape. I doubt you'd sell it to me, but I would like to borrow it for a while if you don't mind. I am happy to compensate. Please think it over.
It's almost sunset. We should hurry.
Yeah, let's go.
And use. Upgrades the camera's loading speed, shortening the time between taking pictures. Increasing damage dealt by photos. Reloading speed would really be useful, but what if we chose this one to boost its strength, so that way we do more damage. Also, what's good about this is that I can go back in chapters just to gain points. How much are these deals? I should have plenty. Infinite film, plenty at 14 film, yeah. So let's just stick with that for right now until we literally have to deal with a big old boss.
There's a local superstition warning people not to go up Mount Hikami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form. Only those who wish to die come here at that time. I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be Ichiru Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use the camera obscura? I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Okay.
Is the camera working?
Well, you look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Uh, we should go.
I hear the older part of this inn, the part that's further back inside, it was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here, but it doesn't look like anyone's been here for a while. There was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble. Hey, it looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
I have a feeling you're gonna be of use again. Yeah. Are you sure? That's good. More points.
It should be around here.
Yeah, I know. Damn it. I missed it. There's a guy right there.
This must be the room where Hisoka found that album.
Yeah, it would seem so.
Sorry, figuring out the controls again. How long has it been since I lost everything? The mountain swallowed up half my inn. All I have left is the old album of post-mortem photographs. The one left by my father. I don't even know who these photos are of. But it's the last vestige of the family I have. How long have I spent here, wallowing in darkness? It doesn't matter. And I'll burn it all. And then there will only be me. I think I'll end it up here. The observation room on the roof. The sunset is lovely up there. Better frame. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. You bum. You done? Sometimes when you're teaming with her, it's a bit of an issue. She could get in the way. I didn't mean to open that door. There's nothing in there for me to grab. Oh, great. Hello, ladies. Back it up, back it up. I'll put you on I'll put you on Fatal Frame Facebook. I'll do it. I gotta wait till it loads. No, we might have taken one down. No, there's still the two. Damn. That one looked way too sinister. I'm just building points at this moment. She's done. Back the hell up. No touchy, lady. I don't want to use a deal right now. Got ya. What's the score right now? So I have 40. I could boost the loader. Let's do that. Let's boost the loader. This is probably going to be the next one for his. The sensor, I don't think I might. Nah. Um, it's gotta be snapshot, so that way I can slow these guys down.
According to the stories, after the landslide, the owner of the inn moved to the 3rd floor. And they say he burned himself to death there, or that he threw himself into the lake.
A common enough story.
Tell me about it. Since then, they say that if you look up at the 3rd floor veranda, you'll see someone looking back down.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Well, here's what I'll do here. And we'll go to the slightly stronger film. Because we're gonna need it. Nope, can't hold any more of these. Just checking. Oh, you sneaky bugger. Even before the landslide, there were always strange goings-ons around here. Some years ago, 2 girls went missing on the college field trip. The police were stumped. A few days later, one of the girls turned up again, seemingly out of her mind. There were lots of theories, but most people believed they were simply spirited away. That girl came back each year to look for her friend, like some sort of pilgrimage. Countless people have gone missing here over the years. We're all used to it by now. My father was spirited away too, as was the folklorist Keiji Watari. Watari. Next, it will be my turn, I bet. I'll vanish with the rest of them. I doubt anyone will think to come looking for me. Okay. I gotta go back to that thing. I believe. Yeah, it's right here. Movement's so slow. The movement's always gonna be slow, and I'm always gonna... How much health do I have? I probably should use an item at least now. Now I probably should use one of these at least. Gotta remember, this film takes longer. Even with the loader, it still takes forever. Hands off. This place has gone from a tourist hotspot to a suicide hotspot. I hate that word. I hate that word. Well, I suppose that was always the case, as mountain and death go together side by side. Mikamori was once known as the Grove of Shrine Maidens, a sacred grove where the mountain's maidens oversaw the deaths of pilgrims, easing their passing to the other side. I like that. I envy that. I wish someone would be there to see me off. Okay.
Rui, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. And I believe that there was another... Was there another? Maybe I'm not looking in the right spot. Well, there's a door. There it is. Come on. Damn it, I took it too soon. That could have been extra points. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. How dare you? No touch, bad touch. You bum. Alright. I'm gonna let the feeling in my hand come back. And I'm gonna take a drink. The chapters of these do get longer. They don't necessarily get shorter. They start pretty reasonable. And then everything gets harder. The sunset beckons. It's calling me into the water. This is the right thing to do. No, it fucking isn't. Nah, maybe I should have focused.
Looks like there was a fire. This must be where the innkeeper moved.
And this is where Rui gets spirited away, or at least it's the start of it, because she hasn't.
Rui! Rui! What's wrong? Is something there? What were you doing?
She was possessed.
Can't you remember anything? Let's go home.
You cannot leave the mountain. Huh? You will dissolve into nothing.
She's gonna start teleporting soon, just so you know. Damn it. Ah ha ha. Okay.
We're leaving.
The album of the post-mortem photographs was assembled by a folklorist who lived on the mountain. His name was Keiji Watari. He became fascinated by the custom and moved to Mount Ikami to study how it spread through Japan. My father seemed to take an interest in these photos as well. Strange foreign customs always fascinated him. While he was running the inn, he helped Watari collect postmortem photographs from a nearby town. On Mount Ikami, water itself was deified. It seems like Watari wanted to get a deeper understanding of this outlook, so he set upon a house in the forest to experience it firsthand. He was greatly aided by my father, who had already set up the inn by that point. He remodeled it from an old unused shrine. I think he thought the extra religious heft would help attract more visitors. One day, the folklorist went missing. Several people formed a search party, but they were unable to find a trace. Even the road to his house seemed to have been lost to the woods. My father scoured the mountain too, but all he found was the photo album. He was soaking wet when he got back. I remember he was acting strangely. His eyes had this curious glint, although almost like he had been possessed by something. The next thing I knew, my father went missing as well. I'd forgotten about the photos until I found them in the old building after the landslide, but now I understand why my father left. Watari too. These photos are so beautiful. The photo album left behind by the innkeeper was put together by the folklorist who lived on Mount Ikami. As Ren and Rui explored the inn and traced the spirit of its owner, a ghost tried to lure Rui to that word, and then through the pouring rain, an ominous shrine maiden appeared. The Ren and Rui left the mountain with more questions than they had started. Total score, points for items, 30K. I don't think it's going to lead right into the next chapter. It's probably going to give us the option of continuing, but I'm going to go ahead, if that's the case, call this an episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed the third drop. This is the interlude. With Hisoka still missing, Yuri recalls what she witnessed on the mountain. Fuyuhi taking her own life while entranced by a malevolent spirit, and the bodies of the dead shrine maidens washed up at the pool of purification. These disquieting images leave Yuri with no doubt that Mount Hikami houses some kind of horrifying secret. Yuri takes the camera obscura that she found on the mountain and begins searching for a token that will lead her to Hisoka. Now this is just the interlude. It's to get you to that point.
Suicide, huh? There was no body, right? And you said, what was it? That lots of women's bodies washed up afterwards? I think there have been reports saying something like that before. Oh, well. I'll see what I can find out tomorrow.
Okay, so we gotta go to the storeroom. I believe the storeroom is right here. Okay, that's the bathroom. I was wrong. Oh, that's gotta be over here somewhere. Sometimes when it does that, it's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a hint. Whether I'm gonna make you read something, or I'm just gonna send a ghost after you. Yep, there's Miku. From the first one. Tsumugi Katashina. Tsumugi. Yori Kozukata. Uh-huh. Back upstairs. Haruka Momose. Ah, yeah, she's the one that we find. And then there's Miku's daughter, Miyu. Another one that we're supposed to find. Kazuya Sasaki. And there's Hisoka's journal. Met with a potential client. Doesn't know whether subject is alive or dead. Says she may have wandered off somewhere, maybe be waiting for help. Doesn't want to leave home in case subject comes back on her own. I tripped up, said something I shouldn't have. I asked what she'd do when we find her. She laughed and said, when she gets back, there are things I want to tell her. Her smile looked forced. She looked worn down by it all. I should mind my own business. I'm worried about leaving Yori alone, but this one is urgent. No time to lose. I have to go. Right. Interlude shadow reading. That's a hint. Well, hold on. Akari Narumi. Oh, they found her deceased. Need to point out that you need to memorize all of this because this is something you're gonna have to do at some point. And man, it does become a headache. Using the camera obscura, Yuri found a number of missing person cases files connected to Mount Hikami. She is now more determined than ever to head back to the mountain and find Hisoka. This is this is the interlude, so it should be up to the 4th drop. Yes. $196 points. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. The 4th drop, it's going to be quite long, I assume. And it's going to be one heck of a battle. I can already call it now. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I want to point out I recorded this really late at night, so extra spookage.